All right, hey, welcome to Plumbing Gurus. And on today's video, we're on site. We did a whole bunch of cutting of concrete, and we had to relocate the entire mechanical room, relocate a bathroom, pretty much redid all the drainage and had to do new stacks for the whole house. It's a full gut renovation. We're going to try to show you the whole progress of this job, but for now, we've done the groundworks and the underground stuff, and we're ready to patch some concrete after this. But so we cut the concrete. We're going to have somebody come in and do the patching. We normally do the patching, but they're already doing some patching anyways, so they're going to do it for us. So in here, they didn't have a main line, and we were doing all this cutting anyways. We figured we might as well put a main line back water valve in for them. So we cut in, open a square here, and we just cut in a main line, and we had to relocate the main water. And lucky us, we actually hit this. This was pretty far up, and when we were jackhammering, we hit the main line, and luckily we had a curb key that we could go shut the key off outside. So we ended up having to bring it all the way back to here instead of moving it from the original mechanical room. So we put a corporation coupling, kind of better here anyways because we have access to it now that we have this access box. So we put the main line in, and we ended up having to cut this concrete right here all the way kind of to line up and so that we can move the water line all the way over there into the new mechanical room. I'll get into that side in a second. So there was an existing 4-inch drain here that ties in over there. We didn't bother going all the way underneath. We tried to cut as minimal as possible. We already were doing a ton of cutting in the first place. So we tied into this 4-inch. We just offset this way. We went with a wide clean out. And we have a 3-piece bathroom and a stack over there. And then there's a kitchen being picked up. So it was a bit of a mess around to make this work for the wet venting portion. And we had to run a couple extra kind of manual vents here. So the toilet is actually being separately vented off this 2-inch. So we just came off here with a 3-inch Y to the toilet, separately vented here. Came over here with a 3-inch Y. And the reason we had to separately vent that is so that we can get our 3-inch stack over there to pick up the bathroom that's upstairs. We couldn't make it work the other way around to actually get it was just a lot more work and a lot more messing around just the way the orientation was. So we ran our 3-inch over there. That stack's going to pick up a bathroom upstairs. And then we got a 3x2 Y here that came over here. They got a sink here. So it's toilet, sink, and then a shower. And originally when we put the 2-inch Y here, we were going to wet vent the shower off this 2-inch, but we literally had to go a bit further because there's a bench in here. So we'd already done that, and then we found out a little bit after that the drain was going a bit further. So we ended up being just a bit over 8 feet for our 2-inch trap. So we ended up just separately venting the shower itself. So all these 3 vents will just tie together and go up. Then like I said, we got a 2-inch sink here. And there's a kitchen somewhere above here, so we'll likely just drop it down into one of these 2 inches and just do like a bit of a multi-story wet vent type of thing. Maybe, depending on where it lines up, it might go into that 3-inch stack, but we got lots of options here. So that's the 3-piece bathroom. And then over here, there was the existing mechanical room. You can see the furnace is still running because it's winter here, so they still have the furnace blasting in here for us for heat. This was the mechanical room, but because of the height here and because of the new mechanical room, this is where they wanted to move it. This was just kind of wasted space because of how low it was, the drop down an old kind of 70s house type of thing. So they wanted the mechanical room to be in that area and be able to utilize this space for kind of like a bedroom, I believe is going to be over here. So we had to tie back into the 4-inch here. We found the floor drain used to be right here. So we opened it up, followed it, found it over here, cut it, as you can see, put a Y clean out there, and then just came this way. As you can see here, we had to there's a floor drain over there. And the reason this Y is so far back, Theo actually did a little video on this on himself on Instagram, check that out. But this Y is 5 feet back from the base of the stack because we have bathrooms tying into it from above, from 2 stories above. So we have 3 bathrooms and a laundry and maybe even 2 laundries, I think, tying into this guy, this 4-inch. So we had to be 5 feet back from the stack. And then our 3-inch P-trap can only be 12 feet. So we went, I don't think we maxed it, but it was close. So we ran 3-inch over here. We got a 3-inch trap here and then a 3x2 double TY. And we got a condensate drain for a hot water tank and the softener tie-in to drain into the floor drain. And then that one there is going to be for the 2 furnaces that are sitting over here so that we don't have 3/4 inch or any sort of PVC pipes running along the floor for them to trip over, because this is also going to be like a big storage room for them. So we wanted to make it as good as that as possible. And then that was it. So this, like I said, this is going to pick up everything else on this side of the house. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's 3 bathrooms and 2 laundries and then potentially some more stuff. And we will keep you posted on all these videos. We're going to try to keep doing these throughout the progress of this job. here's going to be a sump pit. You can see here, there's a ton of water. This basement holds a ton of water. They have a very high water table, so we're putting a nice decent sized sump barrel in. We're going to drop that in, and then the hot water tank's going to sit here, and we'll go over more of the mechanical stuff in some future videos. If you guys see anything that we did that maybe you're not allowed to do, I know we all have different codes depending on where you are. We're in Canada, we're in Calgary. All of this will pass an inspection, so if it's different for you guys, we're always curious to see what your codes are. Let us know, and we'll see you on the next one.